Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shahad if it's your first time here. And on today's video, I thought I might as well just keep it about hair since the last two videos have been about hair. Why not continue on that topic? So today I want to share with you my top 8 tips when it comes to basically getting your hair to look and be a lot healthier. And these are the things that I've been doing honestly for the last, I would say, 2 years that have really helped with transitioning my hair into looking a lot healthier and being a lot healthier, and I'm on the journey of growing it and all that. So I just thought I would share everything that I have learned along the way with you guys today. So let's get into it. Number 1. So tip number 1 is a very, very obvious one, but I feel like I need to say it for the people in the back who never listened to this point, which is to eliminate heat. So I used to get regular blow dries literally done every single week at the hair salon. I don't know who I thought I was. I was literally getting my hair done every single week. So my hair used to be literally down to my waist, and because of how much heat I put through my hair and all that, like I ended up having to cut quite a bit of my hair and literally have to chop this much off to get rid of all the horrible dead straight ends. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't put heat on my hair at all. However, I have really cut back. So in the last year, literally 2020, I straightened my hair 3 times. One of them was including my wedding day. So I really cut back on straightening my hair. Now, this is my kind of tip when it comes to trying to go long periods without straightening, is to kind of do like a challenge with yourself, in the sense that, like, for example, the first time I said I'm not going to put heat on my hair, I only said I wasn't going to do it for a month because I don't want to make it like a promise to myself that I knew I wouldn't keep up with. Like, for example, say I'm not going to straighten my hair for a year. So I just started off with a month, and then I realized I could do the month, and I was like, you know what, let me do 3 months, and then it became 6 months, and then it became 9 months. So start with a challenge yourself, and get really creative with the hairstyles, and just kind of avoid the heat during that process. Number 2 is to obviously cut back on any kind of chemical treatments that you're doing on your hair. So I am someone who has never done keratin, Botox, Brazilian blow dry, any of that jazz. I know a lot of people, especially from the Sunnis community, for some reason, as soon as they get married or they're about to get married, that is the first group of treatments they get done, and then they always end up complaining about the fact that they lost so much hair and blah blah. So really cut back on the chemical treatments. We are finally in a point with the world where we have finally accepted black hair. So honestly, just embrace your own hair, embrace your curls, embrace your frizz. Like, learn to just get creative with your own hairstyles. Like, just there's no need to like do anything permanent and get rid of any kind of natural pattern you have in your hair. It's up to you, obviously, at the end of the day, if you want to go ahead and chemically straighten it. But I personally would say, if you're trying to get healthier hair, you need to eliminate the chemicals. And by chemicals, I also mean hair coloring. Shahad, speak to yourself. So I am someone who had colored the hair last year. I bleached it twice to kind of get it to that color that I wanted, and this week I dyed it back to black, and I vowed with myself that this is the last time, because I really just want my hair to just be healthy, just take care of it. You know, I just want to love my hair, just want to leave it alone. So no chemicals. Number 3 is supplements. So I am someone who swears by supplements. I don't necessarily think that I can get all the nutrients and all the things that I need through diet only. So that's why I take tablets, whether it's collagen, which is amazing for your hair, skin, and nails, and also helps a lot with joints, because for some reason my joints are acting up. So I take collagen literally every single day. And there's so many different brands. It's just they kind of all more or less do the same. You can take it in the form of powder in your coffee and your drinks, or you can take it in the form of tablet. I prefer tablets because I don't want to taste anything. Another supplement that I take is biotin. So biotin, there's again a lot of different brands. There's Hair Affinity, Hair Burst, gummy bears. There's so many different options. The main thing when it comes to like taking hair supplements is the amount of biotin that's usually in your supplements. So for example, Hair Affinity and Hair Burst, and there was another one, they all kind of more or less have the same ingredients. It's literally just like a point something difference, but the main thing is that I usually consume 10,000 I believe it's mcg of biotin per day. Now, some people are very biotin sensitive, so it makes them break out, but I just make sure I drink tons of water just to make sure I don't break out. Those supplements for me have helped a lot with growing my hair, with stopping the hair fall so it's not as excessive, and just in general to just keep my hair healthy and strong from the inside. Because no matter what we do on the outside, the treatments and the oils and that, if your hair is not healthy from the inside and not growing healthy from your scalp, it's gonna end up breaking at some point. So you just want to make sure you're really just taking care of your hair from the inside out. with that being said, if you are someone who is facing quite a bit of hair fall, I would really recommend that you guys go to an actual doctor and do a blood test and figure out what's the actual reason. So I get quite a few DMs on Instagram about like people who have quite a bit of hair fall, and I always say make sure it's not something serious. So for example, from myself, I used to have a thyroid gland problem and I had mine removed, but before that I noticed that my hair was falling a lot and my hair was really dry, and since I've taken it out and I've started taking Thyroxine instead, my hair is doing a lot better. So you need to kind of find out also the source of the hair fall. Is it something just because of the water? Is it your diet? Is it internal? Is it a serious issue? Make sure you do your blood test and find out what is going on with your body on the inside, because again, outside plays a factor, yes, but it really matters what's going on from the inside. So tip number 5.
Okay guys, so you're gonna see me messing up quite a bit with the order of the tips. As you can see, I completely skipped over number 4, so please ignore that part. Your girl got confused.
Is doing regular treatments on your hair. So I have become quite obsessed with treatments just because I'm really seeing the results on my hair. The most recent treatment, which I showed you guys on YouTube, which is the Extreme Moisture Method treatment. Oh my god, that treatment is literally magic. My curls look like this because of that treatment. It literally just gives my hair whatever it needs to kind of just give it that defined, really just healthy hair look. So I would really recommend you guys check that out, check that video out and try the treatment for yourself, and if you love it, let me know how you find it as well. But not just that, because that is quite a tedious treatment. So I so far since I've discovered it, I've done it twice. But if you want something just quick and easy, just do deep conditioning treatments at home. So my favorite one to do is the Maui hair mask. So I usually just apply that on my hair and I leave it overnight and wash it off the next day. Because of my hair type, I'm able to leave it overnight, but if you're someone that has fine or thin hair, that might not be good for you because it just might make your hair too oily. But for me, it works. So again, look at your hair and like see what works for you and what doesn't. There's a lot of treatments that you can do at home. One of my favorite ones to do is mixing in mayo, avocado, olive oil, yogurt, honey, and yeah, that's it. Mush it up in the blender together and put it on my hair. Again, it's just a really good treatment, very hydrating. And the nice thing with curly hair is that you can usually literally see if the treatment worked for you or not based on how your curls look right after. So for me, that's always a good indication. Like I just look at my hair, I'm like, okay, the curls love this. So that is tip number 5, regular treatments. Number 6, which is probably the scariest tip here, is that you might have to do a big chop. So like I mentioned in the beginning, my hair was literally down to my waist, and then when I saw what was happening to it and I had like all these stringy straight ends, I knew I had to get rid of it. There was no point in holding on to it. Nothing drives me more crazy than seeing people that have like crazy curly hair and then like the ends are like super straight and they're like holding on to this much dead hair. I'm like, just let it go. Just let it go. However, if you are scared of letting it go, you can start off little by little. So you can just cut this much off, up until you get up to the healthy hair. But you will, I really recommend that you guys get the chop done if your hair is really dead at the end and just start fresh. Yes, it will be annoying. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, sometimes it feels like your hair is not growing at all, but it's really worth it, and your curls will look a lot better. Your hair will feel a lot better and just will look a lot healthier. So the big chop, if you're too scared to do the big chop, just do little trims, but make sure you please get rid of the stringy dead ends. You need to let it go. You need to cut it. All right, number 7. So for tip number 7, if you are someone who is transitioning from either chemical straightening or heat damage or whatever, and you still don't feel quite as ready to do the big chop, I would really recommend that you guys do protective hairstyles. So protective hairstyles is literally just anything like braids, twist outs, buns, anything that just kind of keeps your hair away without doing any kind of damage, further damage to it, whether it's through heat or whatever. Because I know sometimes, like for example, from myself, when I was trying to transition from heat damage to like healthier hair, my curls looked absolutely miserable. So I didn't actually enjoy wearing my hair out. So I started getting more experimental with braids. I started getting more experimental with different buns and different hairdos. Again, it just gets rid of your hair. You don't have to deal with it. You don't have to look at it if you're not enjoying the stage that it's in. And you can get away with doing treatments to your hair while it's being put away in that protective hairstyle. So you can do oil treatments or whatever to it, and nobody needs to see the oil because it's hidden away in the protective hairstyle. So while I do recommend that you guys do protective hairstyles, I really recommend that you don't overly manipulate and stretch your hair in the process. What I mean by that is, for example, for myself, I used to have an issue with super straight, especially the front section of my hair was extremely straight, even when it was curly. So I didn't realize that I was kind of still carrying on the damage to my hair while I was doing it in buns. So I used to do super tight buns, super sleek buns, literally 24/7, thinking that it's in a protective hairstyle, but in reality I was still stretching my hair. I still wasn't allowing my curly hair to remember how to curl and go back to the pattern, so I was still manipulating it. So once I realized that, I stopped doing really tight buns. So now even when I do buns, I don't do them for a long period of time. I make sure the rubber band is not as tight, so I'm not as stretching my hair as much. So make sure you're not overly stretching or manipulating your hair during the protective hairstyle stage. So just ignore, I'll just write the tip because I'm all over the place. So tip number 7 is to experiment with different hair products that work for your hair. Now, I used to love the Maui Smoothie and Milk on my hair because I just felt like it gave my hair like a really hydrated, it was very thick on my hair. And at the time I used to like it, but then I realized my hair was literally not moving. It was super stiff. It was just very like heavy, like the products were way too heavy on my hair. So I just started experimenting with more and more products. I've played around with Cantu, I've played around with Shea Moisture, I've played with literally every brand that I could find in Boots I've tried, but I found that the combination that I just recently posted on my page, which is the Garnier Banana Hair Food and the Cantu Gel, is what works best for me. And it gives my hair the definition that I need, but still keeps it nice and light and moves around and feels very fluffy. So I really recommend that you guys try the products for yourself, because I know that sometimes if you're following like a lot of YouTubers or Instagrammers, whatever, and you see something that works for them, it doesn't always necessarily work for you, and that's absolutely normal and fine, because you need to find your own combination that works for you. Not everything that you see on the internet will work for you, so just make sure you experiment. And it's gonna be a little bit expensive at the beginning because you're buying and failing and buying and failing, but when you do find the combination that works for you, it will be totally worth it. So please make sure you experiment with as much products as you can, as long as they're not damaging and not permanent, any kind of permanent product, but experiment and find the one that works for you. So the last tip that we have, which is tip number 8, is to invest in some key products. Now what I mean by that is that there are some items that I really recommend that every single curly haired girl gets. So the first thing I would recommend that you guys purchase is this silk or satin hair tie. I got this one from Pattern Beauty, but there's a lot that you can find on Amazon, or if you just Google it, you'll be able to find options like this one. This is life-changing when it comes to curly hair. I want to show you the difference between what this and this look like. This is how much hair gets stuck on a regular hair tie. Can you guys see that? Okay, and this is how much hair gets stuck on a silk satin hair tie. 0. Not only because of the fact that there's literally no hair that gets pulled or tugged or ripped out with this, it's amazing to do the pineapple thing with, which is when I sleep at night, I usually bring all my hair forward like this. So I usually sleep with my hair in the pineapple like this, and then I just go to bed, and the next day when I wake up, I just pull the hair tie out. Again, it's just such a smooth process. Take it off, there's no dents, there's no hair being pulled, there's no nothing. It's just the perfect little thing that you guys need to buy it. Like I will never use a regular hair tie again unless I want to do a really tight hip ponytail or really tight something, but most of the time I just use this. Even the springy ones I don't use anymore compared to this one, because this is just the bomb. Go buy it now and thank me later. The other thing that I would recommend that you guys purchase is a silk or satin pillowcase. Now we all know how drying cotton can be, especially my hijabi sisters, they can probably confirm. Cotton, anything on your hair can really dry up your hair and literally just ends up sucking all the moisture from your hair. Using silk and satin hair tie will avoid any of that from happening. So whatever products you apply your hair is not going to be absorbed into the pillow. It's not going to dry up your hair. And because I sleep with my hair in the pineapple method, if I use a cotton pillow, I'll wake up and the whole bottom section of my hair will be really frizzy and really dry. But because I'm using a silk one, literally my hair glides on it and no hair is being pulled, no hair is being nothing. Like it's just it's really, really good. And another thing that is good for it is also your skin, because again, I have a very long, tedious regimen for my nighttime routine. So by the time I go to bed, I'm literally like a disco ball, like, because I have so much product on my face. And when I wake up, the product is still on my face, which is really good indication that it wasn't sucked up by the pillow as compared to if I was using a cotton one. So I would really recommend that you guys get yourself a silk or satin pillowcases. Again, you can find a ton of them on Amazon. So yeah. So the last thing I would really recommend you guys purchase is a good hairbrush. So for me personally, I have been using Tangle Teezer for a good maybe 4 or 5 years now, and I don't use anything else other than Tangle Teezer. It's the best hairbrush ever. It detangles your hair with literally minimal hair fall, and just it doesn't pull at your hair. Even if you have a knot, it gets rid of it really easily, very smoothly. So there's 2 different options with the Tangle Teezer. You have the wet one and the regular little ball thingy. I don't have them near me and I can't really be bothered getting up, but those brushes are amazing. So the Tangle Teezer will also help you quite a bit when it comes to also styling your hair. So if you don't have access to a Denman brush and you can't purchase it anywhere near you, the Tangle Teezer more or less does the same thing, which is kind of clumps up your hair while you're putting the product on your hair. So it also helps with styling your hair, and it's just the best hairbrush ever. So those are the 3 things that I would really recommend that you guys invest in if you are in the process of getting healthier hair. Anyways, that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. If you have any tips of your own, anything that you guys recommend, please comment below and share it with this fellow little community that we have here. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon. Bye. Because of the damage that I have because of the damage I had caused to it with the heat. Oh my god. And it also helps with just taking care of your hair. So number 1 would be oh my god. Number 5 is, why did I get so like, I sound like a Korean game show. So the Tangle Teezer will help you quite a bit with also stress. Help you quite a bit with the actual I'm really struggling to speak today.